and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new update that just dropped, Isleweaver, with a brand new game mode, and let's go over the patch notes and what exactly changed. Let's start in the market though, to look at the new bundles that were added, and let's talk more about the patch notes. Okay, the market overall, we got two main new additions in the game. The Aratzia bundle, which is the new frame. These come out every single time, new bundle. If you want to farm platinum, go buy one. Though I don't think this is necessarily something that you're going to want to go get, unless you want the armor and the other stuff with it and you're willing. More or less because she's really easy to get. 1. 2, the event is on that thing, so if you're already playing a lot of Warframe, you're going to get her naturally, and you can just pick up the other stuff at a reduced price later on. And then there's the Citrine skin, which is something I'm going to be farming plat for, though I've spent all of my plat recently on a bunch of Forma for all these items to get ready to do those and put some builds out. But yeah, Citrine looks great with this skin especially. I'm not really the biggest fan of much else because I actually really like the base skin, so I'm probably just going to go for the skin, maybe the Sidna, though I don't know if I'm really the biggest fan of Sidna's. The Syandana is actually pretty good, though, too, so I actually might go get that one. But yeah, good skin. Decent ephemera. Nothing, like, real crazy, though. But yep. That's the main things that were added in here. The other cool thing is the Strator, if you enjoy these, a little spider buddy moving around your orbiter now. I like this one a lot. I'm probably going to get a few of these. But yep. Those are the only things in the shop, so let's get straight to the patch notes. Alright, let's get straight into the patch notes. Firstly, update 39, Isleweaver. We return to Do Vary in this update as your Warframe. Instead, it is a mainline update in the game. So also, we got a brand new mode. This is the new mode you're going to be playing on. It's the Isleweaver one. It's a new prerequisite thing. You got to complete the Hets, and it's Scholar's Landing is where we're going. Warframes in Do Vary, as stated above. This is a node where you're playing just Warframes in Do Vary. You can get all of the Pathos clamps, so you can buy any of the weapons and stuff like that, get your other stuff. Plus, any of the art incarnates you're missing can be bought straight with platinum now from Calervo. Alivero, I mean, or whatever. But yeah, this is how it will work. You do a Do Vary objective as your 100% your first one, then you do Do Vary Undercroft, Do Vary Undercraft, Do Vary Undercroft. Ratzia's Lair, which is guaranteed, that's where you will kill Razzia. You do one more Do Vary or Undercraft, and you summon the Fragmented, which is more or less the same boss that we fought during the operation during Corvette's time, like in the Necrolist. Same guy. Just we fight two of them, and it's a different little boss fight, but not much changed. It's basically the same fight. Most of these are going to be good. These will also give you 100% these rewards upon completion, though it seems pretty decent, to be honest, doing normal or steel path on this one. I don't think there's any... If you got steel path build, you do steel path, and it'd just be just as easy as doing normal. If you don't have a steel path build, just do normal. It's not that much the reward difference this time, to be honest. The main thing you'd be doing steel path for is just for the steel essence. But all of these things also have drop tables that are listed below right here if you want to go do it to the wiki. And these will be Aratzia's drop table. All these things can drop from them. This node mirror of a lone story setup just is not available to play. Keep it mission. Hidden threat, more or less the basic story. New resource. The new resources that were added are the pretty much loss prevention. Basically the one that's the if you have really bad RNG, Scuttler Husk, and to be honest, this is one of the easier ones. Even Scuttler Husk, you do not need that many to get Aratzia or her weapons, so you'll be able to do that in like a day or two, especially if you're playing the game a lot. And Temporal Dust, this is something for crafting components that you just get a good amount of. I already have a few hundred. The Dominus Threats or Akrethus to spin your Stellar Husk on the following, all of these things as well. We'll go over rewards at the end, and we'll do a more detailed reward guide and stuff later for the event as well. New mini-boss, Aratzia's Lair with Aratzia. We also have a new enemy being this one. It's the Unseen Herald. It more or less buffs enemies. Like, they drop Temporal Dust also. So this is what you're going to kill if you want a bunch of Temporal Dust. We got a new operation underway, which is a good way to get Arcane Energized Race, any of the rare arcanes, if you never want to kill an Eidolon in your life. Also, they made them easier to get with them being clustered in bundles now instead of being how they used to be. So now you just have to purchase a set amount of bundles. There's only 21 you get instead of 42, so you don't get an extra set that you can sell for easy plat, which is sort of sad, I'd say. But if you already have these, it's free plat. Just purchase them, sell the rank 5. You'll be able to get money on it, or break them up if you want to sell them up in small increments so you can sell them faster. All of this will be access after the Hetch quest again. What you need to do, all that. Community progress, that's just a restate. This is the new event, sort of like the Jade one or the one we had prior. This you will get as you complete and pretty much get rewards. It is involving Sentinel, so there's going to be 3 of them that will get based on how far the community gets in this event, though we're going to hit it. These are pretty much guaranteed. We're hitting them. They're not my thing. The first one I might use because the first one's more generalized. Every other one has these hands on them and stuff, and I'm not the biggest fan. Just bluntly. All of these are the different rewards that we have currently, and there we'll go a little bit over all of these in a minute so you can actually see them, but all of this stuff is in there if you want to purchase it with a bunch of old things as well from other events. Plus, the clan trophies are here as well. This is depending on what type of clan you're in. If you're trying to get all the trophies to prove that you did this event well, you have to hit all of these, which is pretty easy with the amount that you're going to get. These are not normally that hard, generally. The new Warframe Isleweaver, we're going to go over her abilities in special, like, her own video. But overall, really good. You have to focus on Totson with her, pretty much, is what she's built around, generally. Though, really good frame. Plus also just a killer design overall. How to acquire her, you just do the new mode. If you just play the event, you'll get her. Plus she has a new Pretz art with that, what's really good as well. Maximum loadout slot increase with the rise from 29 to 30. So we got 30 loadout slots now, which is good. Good change. New weapons right here with the new Phallus Scythe. This is bugged on the Evolution 5 perks right here. So you're gonna get this. The Phallus plays, it's pretty much a new Zeriman thing, which is really cool. You get Incarnon, the 2 is all of these ones. With the best one generally, I'd say right now, just from looking at it, bluntly, I don't know the weapon status or anything like that. Attack speed's normally good, though if you're trying to build into a sliding one, the Raging Drift one might actually be pretty cool. The combo count ones, any of these ones just built into your combo count, whatever type you're pretty much doing off of, though. Each of them could be useful in the second one. And Evolution 4, double jump height. Honestly, most of these ones are fine. Depends what you're really doing with this weapon. All of these are actually sort of okay. 100% jump and double jump height honestly seems funny, so I might try that one. The last ones, though, are really good, generally. Explosive growth. Shards grow when a new shard is created up to 3 times. Fully grown shards erupt out of the embedded enemy, dealing 2 times damage, impaling them on the spot. Chain Shatter. Heavy attacks detonate shards. Shards caught within the blast radius will also detonate. Void Splinter. Shard duration is increased to 30 seconds. Shards become weak spots that have plus 100% critical chance when damaged. Shard damage is reduced by minus 50%. If you want to build into damage for other guns, Void Splinters, Chain Shatter, Heavy attacks detonate shards. This is probably the one that a lot of people might do. Explosive growth also sounds really good. This weapon just seems generally useful, so it's not that bad. These ones you just trade Shadowware Husk for him. This one I don't think drops, more or less. This is something that you have to trade the Shadowware Husk for. Plus, with Aratzia, we got her melee weapon and a new secondary. The Spinnerets is a new whip weapon for her. This one you can purchase in there, or you can also farm pieces of it from the Aratzia boss fight. New secondary is also a grouping tool, but you can also get it the same thing from the boss fight with her. We have brand new Tenogen. If you want any of these skins, make sure to purchase them. Really good looking. The glasses are unique. They went more Albert, like sort of Entrati themed stuff. The Archoplasma skin looks pretty good, though I don't necessarily think any of these items are things I'm going to purchase myself. This, though, yes. This citrine skin was much needed. I like the base citrine skin. I don't think it's that bad. It's the helmet that throws me off on her. But this is good. Great skin. We got all of that stuff here. Again, we've showed it off earlier. What's Aratzia again? Uretsia bundle. We already talked about this. We got a new salon pack full of hairs for all your characters. Again, if you want to pick up any of that with the new ones, pretty much that were last came in with the temple update. With the brand new Valkyrie warrior work, which nerfed her force, so she's not as invincible as she was before, but everything else about her is better. So you win some, lose some sort of moment. Get over it. We'll go more over in detail on this one generally and later, mainly because I'm still working on leveling up my Valkyrie. We got new Warframe Augment mods. All of these are really good, especially the Citrine one, which makes the crystal actually move with you, which is the main complaint most people have with Citrine, though she's really good. If you have any of these, you have to go to each of these respective ones, with Volatile Recompense being New Loca and Steel Meridian, Prismatic Companion being Red Veil and Steel Meridian, Razor Mortal for Caliban being Suda and Parent Sequence, and Jane's Judgment is Arbiter's Fatsis and Red Veil. Plus, the new edition of Barrowware Void Surpluses is also coming. These are loot boxes that are going to be on every single barrow now on, basically as an evergreen item for you to slam ducats into. Plus, we're also getting Smite, Murmur, if you care about faction mods. Do I really care? No, because I'm lazy. But these items are more or less going to keep coming back more for so they don't have to create something interesting each week for you to show up for Barrow. These are just going to be things that are more or less like sortie loot put in there. But it's neat. I'm down for it. Here's the drop table on them if you want any of it as well. It's really just good stuff, solid, like overall, nothing really insane though, I'd say. But yeah, I'm down for it. New Varzia wear. So we got this coming to Varzia as well. And general editions. Add the Temple and Ripper's tour poster to Flair's memorabilia for beating Heartstrings. Brand new thing for Heartstrings. This all stuff got added. New player experience changes. The Junction rework. The Junction rework's pretty good. I enjoy this overall. It gives you a bunch of different things you can collect stuff as you're going through it now, more or less. And it also allows them to pretty much show you like how much is complete too. Plus, it also did new things with like Erish Junctions now on like arbitration, so you can get galvanized mods earlier, which is good, I'd say overall, because it allows you to get ready for Steel Path and the basic like in-game builds, because everything revolves around galvanized mods normally near the end and stacking up to your damage to its highest potential. But now we get generally what everything this. Also, all this stuff you got gifted to you if you were an older player as well in your mailbox. Main Junction Path, all of this got changed as well. And they just went through, removed tasks, added tasks, did stuff like that. Not really like insane, just more or less trading, doing the tutorial experience differently now. Plus, we got the Captain Vor rework, making Captain Vor different than it was before. I haven't really paid much attention to the boss reworks because I wanted to have my first time like seeing them being actually in the game. But overall, he's new. He got the new fancy arena. When players enter the door, they'll meet him face to face. In this new tile, players will see this new and reworked abilities and a better light. Electricity grenades. His Nervo grenades now spawn actual arc spears that deal electricity in wide area. Electrical pylons. Vor uses the Janus Sea to summon a beam of electricity, which will target players, similar to the mechanic seen in the Awakening Quest. Shield. Vor's health is broken into 4 segments. Upon losing 1 segment of health, he'll coat himself in the familiar shield orb and spawn reinforcements to protect them. Teleport, largely unchanged, but with some visual updates that can indicate where he's teleporting to. More or less, they're making bosses more interesting, which is good. They need to really redo the Sergeant, the Corpus on Phobos. That boss needs help, bluntly. That one needs to become a more interesting fight. But we got new Steel Path rewards as well. All of these things. More or less, he becomes sort of a he becomes an arcane farm, but for these ones only, which is eh. If you need any of these, you can farm them on the Steel Path node for him now, which is good. I hope they go through and add that for every other boss, like they drop specific arcanes or they drop these ones, so you can farm whatever boss you want to near the end. But more or less, all of this stuff got changed as well. Basically, quality of life got upped through the roof on most things. Dojo changes, I don't really care. Mission changes. Made several improvements to the helmet, feed UI to better communicate how the resources are being contributed. Everything more or less is just this is the one that most people are going to talk about though. Melee slam attack changes as indicated in Jevstream 188. We are making changes to melee slam attacks so the damage now scales with the slam's height, i.e., how players from the ground when they initiated in slam. Basically, how it was slam before. I did it. Everyone did it. You can just bunny hop, slam, 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 and just keep doing that, repeat over and over and over, and it was free. I'm not going to say it wasn't fun. I enjoy being that sort doing the brain dead sort of way like that too. But now it's based on how high you slam, which is a good change. I'm not going to say it's bad. It needed to probably change. But they also it's changed how melee slam attacks are pretty much changed overall. We'll do a general test on this later in like a short or something explaining the differences on it. But the radius of melee slam now scales with how high a Warframe is before initiating the slam. When hitting an enemy precisely with a slam by landing on or directly beside them, there should be no noticeable changes even when starting near the ground. Basically, if you're close, it'll be fine. It will do the same. You just can't do it to like far away enemies anymore. It's how the nearest mod set. Effect interactions with slam for damage calculations. This buff used to be incorrectly applied twice, once for slams and once for melee attacks, and applied to itself multiplicatively, meaning plus 100% took 500 damage to 2000 damage. Nearest mod set now only is applied to melee slam attacks. We have changed it to be plus 150% per mod. There are 3 mods, so it can go up to 450%, up from 100% per mod plus 300% max. Reduce the visual effects of melee slam effects. This more or less is proving like everyone was slamming, people were complaining about it, it got changed. That's generally what happened. We're moving on. Nothing else much really added with that. Overall, there really wasn't much any other changes in the updates, patch notes, or anything like that. Just a bunch of other stuff for quality of life and bug fixes. But guys, I'll be seeing you guys later. If you enjoy this type of content with a bunch of different looter shooters that I play on my channel, right now being 3 of them, with Borderlands 4 coming up in September, and I cannot wait. It is beyond that. I'm a big Borderlands fan. But guys, if you enjoy this content and want to hear more Warframe news, Destiny news, or Fallout 76, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys later.